Welcome to TradeTheMBI.com. This is John. This report is for the first day of fall. And lo and behold, the big excitement, nothing. Actually, we had a little bit of movement from the Fed. We were talking about it on the Skype chat. That was the expectation that we would see a little bit of an increase in volatility. But again, there's just nowhere for things to go. We're seeing the well, some people would say, oh, we could have this major retrace. Absolutely, we could. But for the first time, we've actually seen yesterday bring us a little bit of a concern as far as that goes, though, with the orange popping above the plus 13.5. So that was the beginning of some weakness, and you can see it actually did have it, but it mostly was bought up by the end of the day. And you can see we're already reset as far as an DOC standpoint for midterm and short-term buyers. So not going to take much for this to turn around, particularly with the extreme only having dipped below the negative 45 right there and come back up, and then usually produces a little green signal right there. So not horrible. The NQ still considerably weaker, and I would say far more troubling would be the NQ and more likely to fade a little bit. It's already got an oversold minus 20 on the green already. That's that minus 24 range that usually produces a bit of a return back. It's not quite there, so it could still be a little bit left as we go towards month end, and a little bit of the fade on the euro. It's still way outside the range. So as far as this goes, you're still far enough up there that it's not going to have a detrimental impact. I think if you drop down, well, you'd lose a couple more pennies, which is a significant move. That caused a little buying back from the Fed comments again. The Fed, they're going to reduce their balance sheet, blah, 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 yada, yada. Same old stuff we've been hearing forever that hasn't materialized. What is starting to materialize, though, is inflation in a way that the Fed doesn't measure, and it's starting to have a little bit of an impact. And I think the wage issue is something that will be key to watch going forward, since you really can't trust some of these other metrics. This is the same issue with a little bit of oil, where there's the renewed increase and ability for the U.S. to produce. The relative importance is how much is being consumed. And that's been starting to rise, and that's an indication that there is more growth, despite the fact that you hear, slowing in the economy, and things are, coming to, a head, blah, 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 blah. It's a lot of noise. At the end of the day, we've still been seeing improvement, and it's been better than it has been from a no growth policy standpoint. So I think that's had a little impact to it. Some people still don't believe that inflation is anywhere around the corner, and it may still be a little bit off. I haven't predicted a turnaround in inflation, but I don't think that's what's driving gold as much. It will be in the future, and certainly we talked about this needing the retrace just to fill in the positive extremes, which is now done. We are in an oversold setup here, but still coming off that short hasn't changed yet. We see a little bit of a reset. See if it's able to produce a turnaround buy, and that would be an indication to be able to get in at that point. And from a 5K standpoint, you can see we're going along pretty blasé, and then boom, the short signal came in dramatically, and then boom, plummet. So, and then we got the new buy setups that came in right about over here as they got over the long algo, and that led to boom, right back to, guess it, nothing. Flat area. So we're getting a little bit of backfill in there. We had a couple of positive extremes that popped in there, but starting to get reset. But the orange way up there, not likely to produce a turnaround just yet. So that's the early signal of it. I wouldn't call it exciting or horrible. I think it's more of what we've been talking about, going into a consolidation, but it's going to start picking up here as we near month end, and we need some window dressing in that, and that usually is going to add to some volatility, which is all we're really looking for, is just a little bit more volatility in the blondness of the current setup. As always, though, trade well. I'll be on the Skype chat.